Oh, okay, let's see where I left off, y'all. Excuse me. Oh, ow. Crap. Really? I didn't even skip that one. Oh well. How you gonna hit me after? I'm clearly hitting. Well, y'all can't see it, but I'm hitting. Jump. What? Y'all showing out now, boy. Come on. Right. careful, I sense a fallen up ahead. A fallen is how we call messengers whose quest come to a tragic end, their power corrupted by demon magic. Why are you so serious all of a sudden? Because it doesn't get more serious than a rogue messenger about to unleash you. And with these stories about a month, if it really is that 1 month, what are you talking about you meeting your match? Good luck. Well, since we have you need to get out of here. This place is filled with monsters. Oh, did my quill shroom scare you? So it's true. Ha ha ha. Don't like my army. It's a shame, really, since you were about to join. Wait, that scroll. It couldn't be. No, impossible. Kneel before your queen and receive the curse of quills. Oh crap! No! Ah! She got me good in that corner. I don't know how to get there. Oh. Ah, okay. What the? How to beat this? Well, not beat, but how to avoid that attack. Come on, plant lady. Simple. Oh crap! Forgot about that. Crap! Ah! I'm cheating now. Come on. Can almost beat her. Come on. What the? I didn't hit it. Ah! Yeah, you gotta attack, jump, and then. Oops. What the hell? Alright, bro, I get it. You're gonna take all my monies. I'm gonna die like 4 or 5 times already. Ew. lady. Bro, she's not dead yet? Come on now. Got her. Now wait a second. Who do you think you are? I'm Quibble. Quibble? This name makes no sense. Why have I never seen you before? I was exiled a long time ago when I got cursed along with my messenger. Oh, excuse me. That voice, are you? Out of here, you bet. See ya, sucker. It's like, what the heck? What's that about? Oh, oh my ear. Please don't touch the cabinet. Congratulations, you made it to the base of the mountain. Almost there. Do you know what it means? I don't know. Does it mean you have another dialogue track for me? What? Oh, so you're just going to try and steal my character like that? I guess you think you deserve a prize. No. Well, you do. Plus, you will never be able to make the climb without the rope dart. Rope dart? Don't overthink it. Everyone will probably end up calling it the grappling hook anyway. Here. You got the rope dart. Press A to throw. Try it on rings, lanterns, walls, and enemies. Anything? So thanks for the rope dart. Oh, do you think that was an awkward interaction? You could say that. Clearly you never had to tell your boss that your little experiment went wrong, permanently impacting one of your colleagues. Hey, I heard that. Anyways, you can use it on rings, lanterns, walls, and enemies. Go nuts. About that month. It is as I feared. Our most promising messenger did not die, but was instead cursed forever. She became the Queen of Quills. How did that happen? This is a tale for another time. Do you have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. It's a story I once told the guy who hooked me up with music for my shop. There once was a village struggling to figure out who the werewolf was. People kept dying every full moon, very gorily at that. One day, a brave young couple decided to venture into the woods. He would be the hunter, and she the bait. As one would expect from such a cliched setting, they got separated, and our hunter faced off alone against the beast near a cliff. After 15 minutes of a little uphill battle, the hunter managed to chop off the werewolf's paw with his axe, just as it was attempting to choke him. The hunter then ran for his life, severed paw still clutching to his throat. By the time he got home, the sun was up and he found his fiancée bleeding, also badly wounded. The paw in his throat had reverted to his human form. In that moment, he noticed it was wearing a ring he had purchased a few days ago. The end. Whoa, that was spooky. I'm still looking for a title. Any suggestions? What about the werewolf bride? Wow, great idea. Really? No, not really. You put the reveal in the title. What do you want to check? No. Oh, crap. Sorry. No! Dagnabbit. I don't have enough anyway. Get up out of here. Oh! No. Come on. Oh crap! You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh crap! I still ain't had nothing, right? I think the least amount I need is 500, 550? Yeah. heck is that? A shark dog? Come on, bro, stop! Shit. Talking this whole time and I wasn't even thinking of it. Damn prick. Yay! Yup. We told you. Fucking piss me off now. What the heck are those? I know I don't have enough money. See what the guy can talk about. Nope. Get your ass out of here! You thought you was gonna get free lunch? Come on. Look at the fucking enemy, dickhead. You gotta be fucking kidding me. How the fuck are you not making that shit? beforehand, man. Oh, okay. Looks like the bosses are. Surely you mean the bosses. Bosses? Bosses. The bosses are up. I need to fight more than one boss here? Well, technically it's more like personal training than actual fighting. What? Ah, don't let me ruin it. Go see for yourself. Yeah. Let me see. Another day, another smooth samurai. Oh yeah. My life is a blast, but I miss seeing adventurers pass by. I hear you. Remember humans? You bet I do. They were almost as interesting as obvious foreshadowing. Oh look, a human. Who would have thought? Yo, Kolos, check this little guy out. Whoa, so you see that scroll? Hey little guy, are you the carrier? Don't be silly, so sick. Everyone knows it's the runner. You're confused, Kolos. I'm pretty sure it's the envoy. No, you misconstrued, so it's actually. Here's it. Come on, Kolos. I think I remember it being the courier. Seriously, so how about we agree on the message bearer? Can do, Kolos. Want to test the message bearer's sportsmanship? I thought you never asked, Sufi. Let's see what you got, little guy. That's a new one. Ow. Yeah. Consnarnit Kolos, the postman, packs quite a punch, savagely stated. So, we like you, little guy. What do you reckon, Kolos? He probably needs to reach the top of our mountain. Seems so, sus. I say we help out. Confirm, Kolos. Let's do this. Thanks for the workout, little guy. Now don't move. This might sting a little. Wait, what? Ready, Kolos? Sit. Sus. Hut. Oh! Well, I'm hungry now. Shall we snack, Kolos? I just sense we promised not to eat until our power thistles was ready to be added to the pot. I forgot completely, Kolos. Surely its magical properties will make us even stronger. It will be succulent, Susses. It will be concarne, Kolos. Let's sit by the stew until thistle is fully grown. Holy crap, he's still flying? That was a dumb idea. Near the mountain summit. Looks like my adventure is about to come to an end. Clearly you haven't watched the trailer. Pardon? Never mind. Hey, it's cold and slippery out there. Be careful. Any stories to share? Do you have any stories to share? Of course. Here's one for you. There once was a village settled in a land of ice and snow. Food was scarce, and not as much as heat. Their elders spoke of a lush grove, safe, abundant, and with comfortable weather to boot. The only problem was that grove lay on the other side of a permanent hailstorm, which would take weeks to cross. One day, a brave couple left their young boy behind to attempt what the village called the trek. They would scout all the way to the grove and confirm its existence. then come back to the village and lead everyone to a better life. Like all who attended the trek before them, they sadly and predictably never came back. Over the following decades, that boy grew up with only one goal in mind: to take on the trek himself and find his parents alive at the grove or dead in the ice. Figuring they may have simply been ill prepared, he trained every day until he was 5 years older than his parents were when they left for the trek. Then set off for his own attempts. The hailstone's first bite wasn't as bad as he thought it would be, but the ice-cold soil slowly worked its way into his bones. After days of walking through the storm without realizing it was all just a metaphor playing out in his troubled young adult mind, he stumbled upon a no pun intended chilling sight: his parents frozen solid in a block of ice. The shock was too strong. He remained there, cursing, pondering, and cursing again, until the cold took him to become part of the ice block. The end. What? What do you mean, what? No moral, or at least a proper ending? Sometimes stories can be harsh. It might just be the very message they need to convey about life. You need to think about what transpired and find your own takeaways. There are no wrong answers as long as they ring true to you. Maybe, but this one really felt like a pointless story, and it just might. And it might just be the case that for you it was. Or you could consider the implications of our adventurer being 5 years older than his parents when he found them. Can you imagine gazing upon those who were your protectors and mentors, realizing they are actually younger than you? Your bearers of truth, the wise ones, those you aspire to be like. A harsh reality indeed. You thought they knew it all, had it all figured out, that they were centered and filled with purpose. Yet there you stand, holding the one pillar you ever took for granted and used for stability, physically crystallized, yet mentally shattered before your very eyes. Had they really found inner peace already when you knew them, meaning you're the one who missed the mark, or were they simply excellent actors? Food for thought, huh? Yes, that's enough. Remember, this is all subjective. I shared what when they